Just like I was saying up on the desk, it's a tale of two mindsets here. You have Optic Gaming, who's coming fresh off a loser's bracket victory, and you have Unilad, who's now coming off of that loss in the winner's bracket. We already talked about it, 0-3 to Rise Nation. There are many opportunities for them throughout that series to potentially close it out and snowball the game in their favor, but unable to capitalize.
Definitely was. Obviously, I know you guys were talking about it over on the analyst desk, but in terms of prediction one more time, how do you see this series going down?
I think I do favor Optic Gaming coming to this one, but I feel like this is going to be one that goes the distance. You heard Wuskin in that interview, right? He feels that his team can compete with anybody, and they've shown it here at this tournament. They've shown it throughout stage 2. But I think Optic Gaming have the upper hand here, and I think they'll finish it in 5.
I mean, again, to reiterate, you look at the series against Rise Nation, and it was a great one. Unilad had so many opportunities of closing it out, but just weren't able to. But now, the next losers bracket match about to get underway. Optic Gaming versus Unilad, and it's a London Docks hardpoint.
London Docks hardpoint been all right for Optic Gaming so far throughout stage 2. They're 1-1. Similar story with Unilad, they're 2-2. So no team with a big statistical advantage coming into this one. Just going to come down to the situational plays. And we actually saw Unilad, like we were saying, in their series against Rise Nation, opportunities on this map to earn many streaks. We'll see if it's a different story this time around.
Well, Unilad, of course, fighting against the 5th man of Optic Gaming, the Anaheim crowd here. Heavy fan favorite, Optic Gaming. As it stands, it's Optic with the early time. More importantly, though, note the spawns coming through for Unilad. Main Street looking good. And as long as they don't throw anything away, Alex, the last player to spawn up, he's just going to make sure fire's A-OK. Still 20 seconds left on statue, though, Revan, so plenty of time.
Yeah, good time here for Optic Gaming. If they could get the scrap time, put themselves in a position to fight for the spawns for this upcoming hardpoint. Krim now on your screen as he falls, swapping over to Scump. He's going to be pushing on forward. Connects with the Semtex there. We'll trade the kill out with Shawnee, but take a look at the backside. It's all Unilad setting up in the back, but here comes Crim6 winning that fight in the back, so I think it's pretty much a pinch from both sides here.
And that's a good break from Optic Gaming for the New Hill. Main Street pops, and it's going to be Methods earning himself a glide bomb. Can he find more? Tier 2, Tier 3 on the card. The artillery barrage and the fighter pilot just a kill away inside the hill. Alex just to his right-hand side. Methods just playing time for now, waiting for the health regen. Now he peeks, not going to find the kill, however. Big win from Wuskin, stops full streaks Methods, and bear in mind, he still does get the glide bomb there.
Almost the exact same story when they were going up against Rise Nation, right? Gumless goes on that big early spree, gets only the glide bomb, but does wind up getting shut down. But regardless, it's Optic Gaming maintaining control of this Main Street hardpoint. They have a solid setup going right now. Nobody inside, just trying to bait these Unilad players forward. Keep in mind, 25 seconds remaining on this current hardpoint, so both teams need to start thinking ahead. And as you see these Optic Gaming members spawn out, they don't even want to fight for the scrap time, just invest this remaining time in the setup over towards Docks.
Yep, that's going to be the game plan. So the final 13 seconds of Main Street will go over to Unilad, but Optic Gaming with a full setup for that lower Docks hardpoint. However, for Unilad, you look at the minimap, Revan, we've got ourselves a bit of a pinch about to occur.
Yeah, they can fight from both sides here, plus you also have Zed, who's milking that remaining scrap time, so he's a bit far removed from the action, but here comes Alex. He's going to be the guy getting these initial engagements, trades his life out. Methods picks up the second kill on the Shawnee, so right now not much coming in favor of Unilad, but as I say that, Zed winds up breaking on into the hardpoint alongside Wuskin. Unilad break on in, now it's their turn to establish a setup.
And Methods has had a good start to this game, 8-4, 39 seconds hill time. However, it's time for Wuskins to turn things around, 8-5. Nope, working towards some streaks of his own. 450 out of 700 points towards that first glide bomb. Wuskin's gonna peek. Is he gonna find Methods? Yes, he is. Potentially looking for more. Note number 6 spawns up. That's Shawnee. Also going to help the spawn there for Alex, but we have to stay with Wuskins here. Will he be able to find full streaks? That's the first. The glide bomb comes through. The pressure coming in on Docks Warehouse. Wuskin may just want to think about juggling the hill. It's going to be Krim. Wuskin one shot. May just have to play his life here.
He could even back up and just play the new time on the upcoming hardpoint with only 10 seconds remaining. I think that's the exact play call here for Wuskin. I was about to say, this is the exact moment, the exact opportunity to Unilad for them to earn full streaks, and it looks like they should be able to capitalize on this one. You see number 5 Wuskin as you get these capture points. Now 25 points away from that artillery barrage, 50 from the fighter pilot.
Just an assist. I bet he wish he had a stunner grenade now. Nothing left for Wuskin. The glide bomb's going to be invested. Flying Methods. Is it going to be Wuskin? Well, Wuskin actually falls there, so we know all he gets there from that fight is, of course, the glide bomb. Shawnee inside barrels. It's currently a 73 to 67 point game in favor of Unilad. Alex in the hill. He's going to find that first Optic Gaming player. Second's going to be Krim. Krim breaks through. Now it's Zed's turn. A nice double. Shuts down both Krim and Scump. And Unilad retake control of the hill.
Scump very quiet to start this game off at 7-14. You expect to see him heat up later on. And as it stands, it's around that 14-15 point lead for Unilad as 20 seconds now remain on that barrel building hardpoint. You start to think ahead towards the upcoming crane hardpoint. You see Optic Gaming with some early positioning thanks to Octane. He's going to be locking down those back boxes, but each kill Optic Gaming get now in transition to the new hardpoint is just going to put them in a better position.
Methods with a big kill there on Zed stops him getting any further streaks or any streaks at all. 12 and 9 his current stat line. Methods may just think about backing away. Ultimately does fall as we go over to Doc's crane. It's a 90 to 73 point game. Back and forth action so far in the first rotation of hills here in London Docks. Taking a look now at King Scump's perspective. 2 players from Unilad going to be pushing. There's the first as he realized Wuskin is just around the corner. Wuskin playing his life. Scump should be good. Decides to just back away, and that's unfortunate timing from him. Wuskin cleans him up. However, it is Methods in the hill.
I was about to say, it was really important for not only Scump, but Octane to stay alive over near the dock side of the map. Because they died, they have no control over fire. Now you're going to start to see them spawn over near that back useless building. Unilad, they have control of fire. They're going to be able to establish its crossfire and pepper in shots in these Optic Gaming members as they try to set up to break into the hardpoint. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Shawnee's able to find 2, and Wuskin chimes in. He finds the remaining 2. Unilad did a great job fighting in for the tail end seconds on that crane hardpoint, but now we're about to enter a fresh set of rotations. It's going to be Unilad with around that 20-point lead.
And once again, it's Wuskin working towards some streaks. One shot tagged up, escapes barely with his life, but there's a wild Crim 6. He's managed to find himself a double. No streaks for Unilad after the first rotation. 114 to 96 point game. Unilad, who's coming into Championship Sunday, their hardpoint record was fantastic. Of course, they weren't able to close it out against Rise, so they did get an extra loss there. But in terms of this whole event, Rebin, their hardpoint has been honestly damn near perfect.
Yeah, I think that loss against Rise Nation was what, their like second hardpoint loss of the entire tournament. Super impressive stuff coming out of this Unilad lineup, but once again, the job not done yet. Here, right now, up against Optic Gaming, they are still maintaining that like 15 to 20 point lead throughout the majority of the game. We're still waiting to see some separation, and they could have found separation had they capitalized on these opportunities to get fully streaked out.
And this now is where, as an Optic Gaming fan, you need to see someone step up in that second half of the game, whether it's going to be Octane, currently at 12 and 14. He definitely could be that X factor for the green wall, because as it stands, Unilad, they've done very well on Statue. Now they're owning themselves a bit of a cushion, but can they break Main Street? If you remember the first rotation, it was Unilad that had the early spawns, but Optic Gaming just walked straight through on first attempt and turned it into a bit of a money hill.
This time around, Optic Gaming with the early setup. You see Methods extending on out towards the front coal side of the map. He's going to have some players to deal with as he's taking a look forward. And Unilad, as they're setting up the break, I think it's time to jump into a National Gaming listening with the Unilad lineup.
Push up, nice. Form my goal. I need in the corner, one shot. More banging him, he's weak. Nade him, so weak, help me. I'm dead. Nothing yet. Boss, pull straight. One more, nice. One more. Nice, let's fucking go, Zach. Go. I'm going. Oh, you're good. I'm not saying.
I'm ahead.
Where's Alex?
Right in the back, Brad.
I'm blue truck.
Take
a
fucking time. You get one pick, Brad. They're going to expect us to come this one.
I see anything fire. They're all playing close to hill. I see anything mid.
You one gate us, it's done.
It's me. Team window.
Close to side. I'm coming here.
I'm apples.
One shot.
Mid, Brad.
I'm proud of him. Come in there.
Window, box, in the box, come on. One more, window. Close one. Behind you, Brad. There's one behind you, Brad. There's one behind you. Behind, absolute. Behind you, absolute.
One more behind me, got me. One more now with box in the box.
One mid.
We've got both, do this. One mid.
Mid dead.
I need it. Let's go.
Can't
challenge him.
Where is it?
In the box.
Crossing.
Crossing.
I stand him.
Fuck my day, I can't do it. I have a flank.
He's yellow barrel.
I got to jump up.
One yellow barrel.
Come down.
Window.
Window.
Window. Mid.
One more window.
I got this one.
One Watch the far side.
Nice. Two fire. One's going wall.
Get cold. One apple.
One's wall still.
All four low.
From weak. I spawned out. I'm coming.
Some great communication coming from the Unilad boys, and of course Alex forgetting how to jump up. Definitely not this highlight of Anaheim, but either way, Unilad still with the lead, 170 to 160. But here's the resurgence from Optic Gaming. Wuskin, last man alive for Unilad, up behind enemy lines, but 2 players swarming towards him. Methods knows he's there, and Methods will find the pick. Optic Gaming can now turn barrels into a bunny hill.
One thing that I loved about that listening with Unilad is you could clearly see how much these players trust one another in their comms, in their cover fire as well. And this is going to be the first time we're seeing Optic Gaming now retake the lead in this game. Throughout the majority of the game, they found themselves down by 15 to 20 points, and now they're starting to build a lead themselves.
And Scump is huge right here. A 5 streak. Can he find the 6th? Not going to happen. He falls. So Optic Gaming, no streaks to influence the later part of this game just yet. As it stands, 180, 175. Krim fighting for the scrap time. 13 seconds left on barrels. There's still a Unilad player there. Ultimately, Alex does fall, so scrap goes to Optic Gaming. But in terms of the Doc's Crane spawn, you can already see Unilad ready and waiting for the green
Yeah,
wall.
they have a great spread around the map. They have all their avenues covered. As Methods picks up What's in fire, you're going to look to see a Unilad player fill in that position on the map. And it's going to be Optic Gaming now with a chance to set up the break. Fighting from the water side of the map, it's going to start with Krim as he tries to open things up through the fire side of the map. But right now, it's Unilad winning the engagements. Finally, some trades start to come in favor of Optic Gaming, and you see now the spawn starting to come in from both teams.
Oh, that's such a good break from Krim. He now has control over fire. He's able to just stay alive a little bit longer, buy his teammates some time. Ultimately, he does drop, but here come the cavalry, so to speak. Octane, he's going to drop. Scump inside fire once again, going for the challenge. It's Zed with a huge double kill. That's going to push Optic Gaming a little further away, and Unilad they're getting this time, Revan.
Pointing out that Zed's now on a 4th streak. He's starting to heat up towards the late game of this match. Has a chance to earn some streaks. 2 kills away. And how many times do we have to bring it up? So many opportunities for Unilad, and what seems like all their matches, and another missed one right there. Had Zed picked up that kill, played his life after that. A chance to earn some more score streaks, but it's Optic Gaming now. They clear the map of Unilad.
And this is where it's going to get interesting. All tied up. Optic going to take the lead with the scrap time here on Doc's Crane. Shawnee trying to go through mid-cut. He's going to get beamed by Octane. Optic Gaming look good to get the early time here on Statue. And this, if you remember, in the game against Rise, was where Unilad fell apart. It was that final rotation. It was that Statue hill they just were not able to break.
And now the 5th man coming into play. You hear them behind us. The issue there for Unilad is as they were spawning near that back right-hand side of the map, they were forced to kind of push on forward through the main street and fight through the gate cut. You see them doing the exact same thing here. It's such a narrow choke point. It's going to be up to number 6. You see him on the minimap to try to make an opening on the map, but Krim is able to shut him down, and Unilad are just continuously forced to fight through these more choke points. It's not working out.
Methods could get streaks here as well if he's able to find one. That's going to be the glide bomb. It could be the difference maker here. Bear in mind, Optic Gaming can still win on Statue. Ultimately, the hill broken, but that extra bit of utility. If the hill does go to Main Street, which Scump may have other ideas as he pops a double, Optic not able to win here, but they do have that glide bomb to break Main Street.
Yeah, all these scrap points are nice for Optic Gaming to get, and if you're Unilad, you kind of feel like you're forced to get the scrap. In fact, the glide bomb came called here, but he missed it. He misses the glide bomb. A moment of opportunity here for Unilad as they start to surge forward. They got players inside the hard point. Octane coming around from the side. Whatkin here with some cover fire. He finds one. Can he get the second on the Methods? No, he cannot. It's Methods pushed up forward. Now back on that free.
Methods with a rare mistake with the glide bomb, but makes up with it with a double. Krim now fighting from the front. Optic Gaming just need 10 more seconds, but when it rains, it pours nades from Unilad. Nobody on the hill currently. Still 40 seconds left. Unilad now not able to win it here. Scump challenging for the front, forcing Unilad now to converge upon him. Shawnee, he's going to fall. Unilad, I don't think there's anyone there to challenge. Optic Gaming will take map number 1, and it's almost deja vu-like situation from what we saw in the Rise Nation match earlier on today.
Absolutely, it was a close match from start to finish, and Optic Gaming, they come alive towards the mid to late game of that London Docks hardpoint. It was a slow start for Scump, but he really steps it up, as well as Methods. Methods was the key slayer for Optic Gaming all map long. He was able to shut down the opposing team's AR.
I'm going to be honest, when you see the glide bomb called in and missed, and then Unilad get 3 kills, you're thinking, uh-oh, this could be bad news bears for Optic Gaming. But Methods, of course, makes up for it, pushes through lights, picks up a big double, and helps assist Optic Gaming break the hill. But again, I said it, during the cast, deja vu it felt like from what we watched Unilad versus Rise earlier on in the day. Very, very similar circumstances that we just saw there.
Yeah, so 2 big moments in that game for me. One was when Whatkin only earns the glide bomb when he has a chance to get fully streaked out. Yep. The second is as we're about to enter that final statue hardpoint that we see when it was Zed who goes on like a 5 or a 6 spree. He challenges Krim on the statue side stairs instead of maybe playing his life, staying alive inside fire. He doesn't wind up getting any streaked out. And you think, if Unilad are able to earn those tools, especially in the situation the game was in, there's a chance for them to close out the game. But as it stands, Optic Gaming up 1-0.
Well, Unilad's hardpoint coming into Championship Sunday was almost flawless at 8-1. It's 0% on Championship Sunday. They are yet to win that game mode. Admittedly, we
I guess you have to win a map
twice, but they've played London Docks twice. They haven't won it yet. And we'll see if it does, of course, go to a Game 4. But to get there, of course, we'll have to see the next map, Search and Destroy. And again, you know, in terms of Search and Destroy, I've been very impressed with what we've seen from Optic Gaming in terms of just their improvements since forming this team.
Yeah, of course. It seems like it's just a breath of fresh air to this lineup. You know, everybody seems to enjoy playing with one another. And if you're just joining us now, next map will be USS Texas Search and Destroy. Expect to see some sniper play coming out from both of these teams. Smoke grenades as well have a big effect on how this map plays out, but it was a 47-point victory for Optic Gaming on that London Docks hardpoint. Once again, from start to finish, it was very close, very contested, up until those final 2 hardpoints where Optic Gaming built that lead where they win by.
Yeah, the entire map really back and forth. Unilad had the lead many times. But ultimately, when push came to shove, it was Optic Gaming that closed out map number 1. Now, of course, we head over to USS Texas. You called it. We expect to see some sniper play come through here in Texas. And we'll see if maybe Unilad can tie it up and, to your point, get that first map win under their belt on Championship Sunday. Of course, it's what you play for. You play to get to Championship Sunday, but when you get here, you have to make sure you continue that good form that you had all weekend.
And this is by far and away the best we've seen this Unilad lineup perform, you know, across major events, and they're just carrying that momentum through their finish that they had at stage 2. It's a 5-game win streak currently for them. As we look ahead, they're looking to try to tie the series up against Optic Gaming, but like we heard in the listening, you could clearly tell how much these guys trust one another, and you always have to respect the fact that Unilad never give up without a fight. They're a very resilient team.
They most definitely are, and I'm sure Wuskins would love maybe a chance to play against his brother on the main stage in potential either losers final or grand final, because that's still to be decided. But to get there, they have to fight through Optic Gaming, who currently have the 1-0 lead in the series. Now, as we said before, it's currently time for USS Texas. Alex leads Unilad with a 1.43 S&D KD here at CWl Anaheim. Fantastic numbers, but as we saw earlier on in the day, Gunless, he wasn't afraid of numbers, and he sure did shut Alex down. It's something which here on Texas just can't happen.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, Alex was pretty quiet in that Ardent
very
Search and
quiet,
Destroy,
yeah.
so look for him to maybe have a bigger impact here. Swapping through these Unilad players, it's going to be Wuskin with the sniper rifle out. Is he the only sniper? Yes, he is. The remaining guys got subs out, saw some smokes as well. And for the side of Optic Gaming, it's going to be Octane with that sniper.
We've already seen his twin brother hit some nice shots today. Can Wuskin find some of his own? Of course, you mentioned Octane with the sniper rifle. Wuskin, does he spot him? No, not yet. So backs away. Of course, Unilad on the attack here in round number 1. Skump's going to get a fair amount of information there. It's just what does he do with it? Of course, Octane not going to realize that bomb is being planted. Now Optic Gaming get the information though.
Octane still trying to scope things out with the sniper in hand. And it's going to be Wuskin connecting there on the Crimson. So that's first blood in the round. And now time ticking down. Optic Gaming have 35 seconds to work with. They need to retake the site and have enough time to go for the bomb defuse. You see him starting to stack up towards the basement. But it's Zed. He finds 2 kills. And now it's all down to the sniper. Octane, there's no way he's getting this done.
We've seen Octane do miraculous things, but a 1v4 in 20 seconds with bomb down, I don't quite think that's going to be possible. Of course, he knows Alex is going to be close, and he should find a freebie, but you expect the kill to be traded out. It's Shawnee bottom middle, 12 seconds left. All you need to do is make sure he isn't on bomb around about now, and you should be good. Octane's going to miss anyway, but realistically, didn't matter too much. A fantastic first round there from Unilad.
Yep, all things considered, it's a pretty straightforward round for them. As soon as you get that first blow with the sniper rifle, they get the bomb planted over towards the B site. Zed winds up getting a key 2-piece down low in the basement. And then Octane left in a 1v4 with 20 seconds remaining. Not much you could do from there. So now looking ahead, the goal here for Optic Gaming in this second round, if you can't walk away with the victory here, at least shut down Zed, right? He's been so explosive on this map in particular. Just he's such a nuisance to play against. It's so tough to track him.
And just to give a bit of credit there to Alex, so many times when players realize there's a sniper on the other team, you see them maybe just peek a little bit, they get a little antsy. Alex recognized Octane have the sniper rifle, didn't peek the entire time. He essentially just said, if you want to kill me, come get me. Shawnee has my cross. But as we said, Unilad win round number 1 now. Of course, it's Optic Gaming's turn to go on the attack. Wuskin still with the sniper rifle out. Didn't spot anything to start the round. Will he find Octane a little bit later? Of course, you can see Unilad's setup. They have pretty much everything covered, but the smoke covers the A site. Zed finally going to throw out the nades. Did they time them properly, though? Yes, they did. And importantly, that bomb did not get planted.
Great coordination there by Unilad. They even followed up as Shawnee picks up the kill onto Scump. And keep in mind, Zed now on a 3-speed. Who is the guy who got that first blood? So keep an eye on him as he starts to get further progression towards some streaks. Meanwhile, Optic Gaming with the man deficit here. Method's making his way over towards that A bomb site. Wuskin could get an angle here if he jumps up on the ledge. We'll spot Methods down low, sees the tip of his cap, connects with this shot as well. It's Unilad now with a 4v1 situation.
And bear in mind, that's a big snipe because it keeps Zed alive as well. That was the challenge that Method was going for there. And Method looked as if maybe he landed a couple of shots and potentially could have ended that early streak. But overall, a good defensive setup there from Unilad. They covered their angles, fantastically timed nades to make sure Crim didn't get the bomb down in time. And then the follow-through, as you mentioned, Revan, a really well-executed defensive strategy.
And I think the big thing here, Benson, is that Unilad are shutting down the 5th man of Optic Gaming. The crowd is getting really quiet in here. Gotta get behind your team. Optic Gaming love to play off that energy, that momentum. It could really propel them back into this game. And right now, they're just looking for a feel-good moment. Octane is the only player with a kill to his name. Zed's working towards some streaks, and Wuskin's going off with the sniper.
I was going to say, well, what's the crowd got to be hyped about? Octane with one kill right now, honestly, not too much. They need that spark. They need that individual dash of brilliance from one of these Optic Gaming players to really light them up. And Unilad doing a phenomenal job of, as you said, just shutting that down. When you're winning rounds convincingly, it's very hard to cheer for anything at that point.
Listen, man, I've played against this crowd before. It's not a fun time. It's like, we like to joke, between players. It's like every time Optic Gaming, like somebody would reload a gun, like the crowd would cheer. And, it does play into your mindset. It's like, everything you do, like the crowd's going against you. Like you're saying, that 5th man advantage. But anyways, here in round 3, both teams taking it slow, filling each other out. We have Optic Gaming with a presence over towards this A bomb site. Alex waiting the pressure. They have smokes to bait out grenades, but still no kills made.
This is a good defensive round so far. Crim landed some shots. Scum pushes straight forward. There's the double kill. Alex and Shawnee both fall. And it's going to leave Zed and Wuskin in a 2 versus 4 situation. 30 seconds left on the clock. Now, bear in mind, Zed and Wuskin both on a streak. You've got a 3 streak for Zed, a 2 streak for Wuskin. Optic will know that. You just have to look at the scoreboard, and it will tell you that. Neither player has died. So with 18 seconds left, I'd be surprised, especially considering Wuskin has that sniper rifle, to see them play too aggressive. That's actually an opening that may change things.
Yeah, I would be surprised if Unilad actually go for this plan here. I think it's a smart play to make. You have progression towards streaks. You can find some extra kills here and there, but you're not going to be able to win the round outright, as Zed will find one more kill. Even though Wuskin falls, Zed's the key player to look out for now.
That's a well played round from Unilad. Of course, they do lose it. Optic Gaming played that very, very well, but at the end, Unilad set up in positions where they expected Optic Gaming to check that site just to make sure they weren't going for that round win on that plant, of course, and they find the easy kills.
All right, so now moving into round number 4, still looking for Zed to get shut down. I mean, you think about streaks on a map like USS Texas, they're most impactful on offensive rounds, either to use them as a distraction to allow you to push up to a bomb site, or for post-plant situations, just using something like a glide bomb to take out a diffuser.
Very, very effective, that's for sure. Now it's Optic Gaming on the defensive, on the attack rather. And bear in mind, the way Zed plays on defense here for Unilad, it is very aggressive. Up towards that A site. Curious to see if he continues that aggression. Of course, you still do have Wuskin sniping. And Optic Gaming very aware of Zed's streak progression at this point. They do not want to give away a free first blood, and Method to make it by the time Zed gets the information. Method sees him as well. The problem is, it looks like a bait and switch. The 2 nades get tagged through, and Octane doesn't even need a nade. Zed just got imploded.
Yeah, it looked like Octane shot 1 bullet, and then Zed's deleted off the map instantly. So that's a great moment here for Optic Gaming, because now they have the man advantage in the round, an opportunity to tie up the round count as well. But you still have Wuskin alive with the sniper rifle, connects there on the Methods, and around from the flank, it's Shawnee. He finds Octane, man advantage now swinging in favor of Unilad, as Shawnee finds 2. Can he make it 3? No, he cannot. Scump still alive, which means there's a chance for Optic Gaming to win the round.
And this is a 1v3 for Scump. He makes it the 1v2. Tagged up heavily, throws out the nade. Is he going to have to challenge Alex? Waits for the hit marker, but the nade thrown immediately back towards Scump. Finds the pick, and you look at where that opening kill came for Optic Gaming. It opened up so much of the map, but Wuskin instantly shut it down with a sniper rifle.
Absolutely, and it's situations like that why it's so important to save your utility for late round plays like that, whether it's coordinating grenades onto a bomb site, or if you have somebody tagged up in an awkward position, you could toss that grenade to either force him out and re-challenge the engagement, or finish up the kill with your lethal grenade. So it's a solid round from Unilad. Overall, they maintained this 2-round advantage. Unfortunately, Zed did wind up falling, so no streaks for him, but still, you get the round W. That's all that really matters at the end of the day.
Definitely is the 2-round cushion for Unilad, 3-1. Of course, they go back on the attacking side. Crim still looking for his first kill in this USS Texas. He's tagged up, nades raining down, he throws one back, and Octane will find first blood, but Crim in such a dangerous position. Wuskin misses just by a millimeter. Is he going to find the pick on Crim? Doesn't look like it yet. Well, never mind. Spoke too soon. 0-5 is Crim, as Wuskin levels the playing field 3v3.
It must have been a tough position for Crim to be in right there. Every shot that rings out, like you see the trail of the bullet flying right past your face. Finally, Wuskin connects onto that shot. First blood for, he's got 1 in this round, as well as Zed as well. 2 for the side of Unilad, as now they're starting to venture out on the map. Zed will find some action down low in the basement. He's got extended mags on the PPSH, reloads for that 1 extra bullet. Does
You never know.
Octane sees Scump around the corner, but they might be getting baited inside down here. Yeah, the crossfire set up for Optic Gaming. Octane finds two, and now all of a sudden it's all down to Wuskin with 30 seconds remaining. He's pinned in the back with the sniper rifle, but if he can find the shots, if the sniper rings true, maybe there's a chance for him.
25 seconds, Optic Gaming don't even give them a slither of hope. Instantly shut him down at the back of the map, and you called it out perfectly. Optic Gaming with that bait almost. Octane with a beautiful line of sight, finds a double bottom middle, puts in a complete another stop to any further Unilad aggression that round, and instantly when it's your sniper rifle player left and a 1v3 at the back of the map, you're relying on a piece of absolute magic.
Yeah, unless you have like the bomb planted for him, it's just a disastrous situation. Optic Gaming find another round to put up on the board. Krim yet to find a kill though. You figure should only be a matter of time. Uncharacteristic start for him, but still plenty of rounds left to play. Let's see what Optic Gaming have in store for us here on offense.
He's definitely been put in positions that haven't been very favorable, let's just say. He's been really getting a lot of information for the squad. You saw him dive onto the A site, of course, on the last attacking round. He's done that a fair amount of times so far. But as he looks for that first kill, we'll keep our eyes. Speaking of first kills, first blood in favor of Optic Gaming. It's Shawnee that falls. Wuskin still with that sniper rifle out. Zed tries to pick onto Scump, and now we're back in a 3v3. It is, of course, Optic still need to get that bomb down.
Wuskin getting a bit aggressive with the sniper rifle there, and I will say throughout this whole map so far, Optic Gaming have done a phenomenal job of just controlling the lower ship side of the map. They always have control of the cafe, which gives them quick rotation to either of the control rooms, which gives them easy access to that A-bomb site from two angles.
And this is such a smart yet high-risk play from Wuskin. He recognized, all right, well, no one's going to peek me with a sniper rifle, so why don't I take control of Optic Gaming side and see if he can hit the shots. The problem is when you play for it, you have to hit it. Now he's going to be challenged, but Alex is there to support, and he actually gets away with his life. Alex almost with the double. He's going to be challenged from the left. Method shuts him down. Now leaving Wuskins a 1v2 with 20 seconds left. They know he has the sniper rifle, so realistically, all they need to do is get that bomb down. An easy kill for Optic Gaming, and it looked momentarily like Unilad had made the right play, and you have to think if Wuskin hits that shot on the player that goes out towards the site, maybe that round turns around a little bit differently.
Yeah, sometimes as a player you miss those easy shots, but you hit the hard runs. It's a tough thing to explain, but also a moment of opportunity there for Wuskin. I mean, you figure with the time remaining in that round, all he has to do is pick up one kill on that bomb planter, but Scump was just in the right position at the right time.
Especially considering at that point you can just back up, right? You just back up, you know you have bomb down, you can just hard aim while you have your teammates support, that's for sure. But we're all tied up. 3 rounds apiece here in map 2. If you aren't just tuning in, it was Optic Gaming that took map 1, London Docks Hardpoint. As it stands, Octane so close to streaks on a 6th streak. Krim 1 death away from joining the agency. I'm sure he's going to do everything he can to avoid that, but again, the key player here, Octane, so close to the streaks. Really be able to find them. Unilad, of course, on the attack. You can see their intent. Heading over towards that A site, will they be able to find the bomb plant? Here come the smokes, trying to bait out some of Optic Gaming's utility. Krim, first to the party.
Absolutely, still no kills made just yet, but this is just the bait from Unilad, right? They're just looking to count the utility tossed out and committed here from Optic Gaming. Its methods controlling down low, and also important to note that Octane has swapped off of that sniper rifle, right? So he's been using the assault rifle since like round 2 or 3. Obviously made the right decision, right? On a 6-3, still working towards the streaks. I think he's like 60 points away, but still, time winding down this round. Only 30 seconds remaining, and Unilad have yet to commit to a site.
And Unilad are just trying to bait out the utility, trying to bait out the nades, but Optic, they're just holding on. They're recognizing, I don't think Unilad's going to try and stick the plant. And with 22 seconds left, now if you're Optic, you're thinking, well, they have to plant. Now we can converge on the A site. Wuskin gets tagged up, bomb does get planted, and somehow Alex does get away. However, I believe Scump may have just played for a little bit of map control. He is over towards that site. Zed just jiggle peeking, trying to find the information. Does spot Scump. Scump's going to fly down. Zed not going to find the pick. It opens up to Scump, but Wuskins with a fantastic trade has to try and stay alive. Buy a little bit of time because elsewhere Alex has shut down methods. Now Shawnee with a big win against Krim. Krim finds his first kill. No donut for him. Still the 2v2 though. Make that a 2v1. Octane all by himself, and it's so important he plays for this streak.
Absolutely. This is the big kill for Unilad to get. Alex, you don't want to overpeak this. Looking over towards the bomb site. Now they know that Octane for sure cannot get the defuse, and I think they know that he's on a bit of a spree. Nobody wants to overpeak this. Almost a chance there. I thought Alex was still a little bit tagged up, but yeah, Octane's not going to overpeak either. Maybe Weston could go for a wall bang, but
imagine.
I would have lost it.
I would have. Oh, we're walking out the venue if he hits that. That's for sure. But as you see, round 1 by Unilad. They know Octane now at this point has to be playing for streaks, and you know, I respect Octane's decision not to peek any further. He knows what's going to have that sniper rifle. Didn't want to give anything away whatsoever. And Scrim at 1-7, as we mentioned before, did find that first kill. Love to see maybe a little bit of bait here for Octane, secure those streaks. The problem is, though, you don't want to play too heavily around them. Of course, you are down 4-3, but streaks can be such a turning point to the game.
Absolutely, and look, throughout stage 2, Octane actually has the highest first blood percentage for Optic Gaming, so the fact that he's actually slowing down and playing for these streaks might be something that could hurt them, because he gets involved in rounds early on, and he can find those long-range picks that can open up lanes and open up the map for Optic to use.
Definitely can, of course. Optic, the attack. Which site do they want to try and play to? Wuskin still with that sniper rifle. He's been pretty prolific with it. 6-3, the current stat line. As we're in round number 8. Zed, familiar position. We've seen him play there before. Of course, it was Octane that beamed him earlier on, but Octane still playing very slow, cautious. Does have the bomb, though. Bear that in mind. So that was obviously the decision they made, but you have to be so careful because that A site so vulnerable to nades. And speaking of nades, there's the first, and that's exactly what you have to be afraid of when you give your bomb carrier the player who's on streaks. The bomb, of course, and you try and plant towards A, just the bombardment of nades that you see on this map.
And Unilad have done this exact same play before. Keep in mind, now Alex is going to be able to earn this glide bomb, but Shawnee as well on the flank. He played that forward position on the B bomb site earlier in the game, and they also double naded. They had coordinated grenades over towards A that shut down a plant earlier for Optic Gaming, but despite that, the bomb does get planted over towards B. It's a 3v2 situation, and Unilad have control of both ends of the B bomb site, so you have to deduce that Optic Gaming were probably playing over towards middle. They find the kill in the Crim, and that's all down to Scump.
Oh, and Scump finds Wuskin now, 1v1, 24 seconds left. Scump versus Shawnee, both players at 5 and 5.
Yes.
19 seconds left. Scump, of course, has to rotate around the map. He's desperately hunting over towards Shawnee. Bomb is going to be ninja defused right in front of Scump's face. Shawnee takes the 2-round cushion. Thank you very much.
Yeah, ballsy play to make.
That is a unbelievably ballsy play to make, especially against Optic Gaming here at Anaheim.
Especially when you're going up against that 5th man, sometimes the crowd, I mean, everybody gets antsy here, and you saw Scump desperately trying to run to the bomb site, but just did not have the angle. The defuse comes in just in time for Unilad. Now, that puts them on map point, a chance for them to tie up the series. Also important to note that Alex does have a glide bomb to use for this round if they want to use it to maybe clear out that A bomb site or for a post plant.
How do you use it? Do you drop it and plant at the same time, or do you use it post?
Well, it's got to be used post now to try to take out that diffuser. Actually, they're going to use it now. They isolate Octane. Alex finds the kill, but in the meantime, Method's also found first blood on his Zed. So it's an even trade, 1-for-1 between both these teams. The bomb is dropped over towards the B site. Crim gets traded out. It's going to be Scump there trying to work the trade on the Shawnee, who's backing up, trying to bait them into the line side of Wuskin, who hits the sniper shot this time on the Scump, and it's all down to Method. It's a 1v3 turned into a 1v2.
Methods has him tagged up heavily. He's going to challenge Shawnee here. This could be a 1v1. Alex is going to turn around the corner. Methods may actually be able to do it. Not going to happen. Unilad converge upon his position, and that's a 6-3 victory. There, I believe, in USS Texas. A phenomenal map from Unilad. They tie things up. Their first map win here as well on Championship Sunday.
They looked really good throughout that USS Texas map. I like the coordination that they brought to the table time and time again on the defensive side of things. They knew exactly when to grenade that bomb planter over towards the A side, and one of them wound up changing the whole pace of the game as they took down Octane before he was able to earn some streaks. All in all, a solid map from Unilad as they tie the series up.
Well, we have a series on our hands. Optic Gaming, of course, took map number 1, London Docks Hardpoint. We then went over to that USS Texas, where Unilad bounced back in emphatic style. They were down, but definitely not out. Series tied 1-1. When we return, we're heading over to capture the flag to see who will take the advantage in the series. We are all tied up here on the MLG Anaheim main stage. Optic Gaming versus Unilad Series 1-1. Benson and Revan guiding you through the action as we head now over to a map 3, Flag Tower CTF. And honestly, at this point, Revan, I think it could be anyone's game.
Absolutely, as we head to this third map, Unilad finally won their first map on this fine Sunday afternoon, and let's see if they can continue to build off that. Carry the momentum through to this third map, Flag Tower CTF. See the stat on your screen there. Optic Gaming have returned 70% of their opponent's flag pulls. You gotta, especially on a map like Flag Tower, you have to make sure you secure that second, third wave of kills before you can comfortably get that flag out of their base.
Well, what a start for Optic Gaming. Already 3 players go down. Right. Zed last man up. Luckily though, well, great start for Zed, and both players, ironically enough, on the opposite side of the map. It looks like Scump's gonna try and pull one flag, Zed the other. Method's first to see if he can shut down Zed. The stun doesn't connect, the nade does. No Alex there to support this. So bare minimum trade should come through. Unilad 2-3 kills. I believe that's Scump, the flag carrier, last man alive. He has a world of work to do. Finds the first kill. No, waiting patiently. So smart from Scump, but it doesn't matter. He ultimately falls. Flag is gonna be returned. Unilad take the advantage, and more importantly, Zed a kill away from streaks.
A very chaotic start, but Unilad capitalized on the opportunity. It was Zed staying alive in the back. Unfortunately for him, that stun did not connect from Methods. We saw it in the CTF that they played against Rise Nation. They love to run that airborne hunker class, which means that any concussion thrown your way, if it connects, it's going to severely slow you down. But opportunities for both teams there. It's Unilad that come out on top. And just like you said, Zed now a kill away from streaks.
You know, Wuskin as well, working towards some of his own. Shawnee able to shut down Octane, and it seems like the Unilad aggression isn't stopping. No, Shawnee being so sneaky, as is Wuskin. Wuskin actually in a position to maybe do some damage, but the problem is Alex and Shawnee both do fall, so you're left with the 2 players on streaks, essentially scrambling, one back and one still being aggressive in the form of Wuskin. But Zed, that 50 points away, know how defensive he's playing.
And as Wuskin picks up that kill, you see all 3 arrows left alive on the map for Optic Gaming. They immediately turn around, they cover all the lanes on the map. So it's gonna buy time for Zed to now push on up. He can sneak right behind number 8. Even if he gets a touch on the Optic Gaming flag, he will earn these streaks, but regardless, he's in a position to make a big play happen. Secures the kill on the Methods. Is he gonna commit to the Optic Gaming flag, or is he gonna look out for more kills? I think you just go back and touch the OG flag and you get your remaining streaks.
Yeah, could have potentially been the right play. Octane mid-map finds himself a double. Just the glide bump earned for Unilad. Of course, they still have that 1 flag lead. Still plenty of time in the game, though. 3 minutes left of the first half as Zed on that left-hand side lane shuts down Methods up the gaming. They're just waiting to try and push through. It's Unilad playing defensive, but Wuskin finds the pick on Octane, as well as Zed opening up with Scump. 3 Optic Gaming players fall, and Unilad can take a deep breath and get a little bit of map control.
Wuskin and Zed are buying a lot of breathing room here for Unilad. They're combined right now for 12 kills and 4 deaths, both on a combined force free as well. Could be an opportunity where Zed might might want to call in that glide bomb as they're starting to set up an offensive push. You see Optic Gaming, they're setting up towards the backside of their base. That glide bomb could open up a lane or give an opportunity for Unilad to attack this flag, but he's just going to go in with his gun. His teammates are around to support him, and it's 3 straight kills for Optic Gaming. They're going to hold on the defensive end. It's up to Wuskin to be the checkpoint here for Unilad. He finds 2, can't get the 3rd, but he pretty much does his job there. As the last one alive, he trades his life out for 2 kills. It's worth it.
Most definitely is. 2 minutes left. Waiting patiently, the push trying to come through. Scump's going to fall mid-map, and once again, Unilad able to get a little bit of map control.
And it's Shawnee. He was overextended right off respawn. Octane is here to shut him down, but there's an opportunity for him to maybe push into the Optic Gaming base. And both teams right now just battling out for middle map control. Optic Gaming looking to stabilize on their side of the map, and Unilad just looking for some sort of opportunity to get some offensive pushes going. You see how they're swanning up over towards the ammo side of the map. They're going to rotate over, make sure that they have a presence not only in their lobby, but also towards the main gun side of the lane. And once again, we're in a situation where both teams fighting it out, trying to establish control of the map.
And Unilad, to the credit, have done very, very well. Of course, it was a very chaotic opening. Both players, or both teams, actually touched the flag, almost a stalemate, but Scump not able to produce the magic that was needed in the situation. And since then, it just really has been back and forth. Both teams trying to be aggressive, and both teams playing well on defense. As Wuskin with a nice double. Crimp left last man up, and once again, Unilad push up the map and get a little bit of control. Dude,
you got to give props to Wuskin at 11-5 as an assault rifle player on a map like Flak Tower CTF. Like, there are only so many different positions you can play in. He's winning the majority of his engagements, going toe-to-toe with Octane, who's 10-7, the lead slayer here for Optic. And speaking of Optic, they're looking to stabilize on their side of the map once again. Starting to push on forward, 3-4 Unilad, and this is the opportunity for Optic.
It most definitely is. Zed, last man up for Unilad, right at the back of the map, trying to just buy time and almost forced to use the streak. Shawnee actually did fall there to Method. Zed able to trade out 1 kill, still waiting patiently. That's going to be 2 for Zed, as he just seems to be a get-out-of-jail-free card here for Unilad. A little bit of unfortunate timing there onto Crim, but bear in mind now, Alex versus Crim. Does Crim want to go for the flagpole? No, he doesn't.
No, he wants to stay alive. He's on a force spree. He's got decent progression towards some streaks, and he's just looking to maintain forward position. You see his teammates coming up off respawn, pretty far removed out of the action. Crim just wants to stay alive, be a nuisance, maybe stay alive to get that last second flagpole opportunity. Now on a 5 spree. 175 away from earning that glide bomb.
Here's the problem with Crim so close to the streak. He doesn't actually want to be the player that does pull the flag. He almost wants to support, then maybe kill the flag carrier. But with 5 seconds left, it looks like Optic Gaming may not actually be able to touch the flag and get us to that extra 60 seconds. So at the end of the first half, that is going to be Unilad 1-0. And I was just glancing down at our quad split that we have here, Revan. And I remember when we first sat down here, it was my freak that had a 2-0 lead over FaZe Clan. I'm pretty sure, if I just saw that correctly, and based by the cheer I heard from the FaZe fans, FaZe reverse swept 3-2 and took the last map.
Wow. What a mind freak thing to do. An opportunity to have one of your best placings at an international event and then fall short like that. But regardless, back into the action here. Unilad up against Optic Gaming. Unilad now with that 1-0 lead, but Optic Gaming were able to burn at least the glide bomb that Zed earned at the start of that first half.
And it was a good usage. It's worth mentioning. He was all by himself. It was a 1v4. He basically used it just to buy a little bit of time. However, Crim now close to, of course, our streaks of his own. Down that left-hand side lane, is he going to find a couple? Well, it's nothing but assists, and it puts him just dangerously close. 15 points is all he needs. What's going to up top? He's going to be charged by Crim. Crim earns a glide bomb. Can he get more? Tier 2, Tier 3 still on the cards for Crim 6. An 11-8 performance. Fantastic from him. But Optic Gaming, of course, are still down 1 flag to 0. Methods pushing around the outside. As Crim does find all of his streaks, and with Optic Gaming with good map control and continuously getting the kills. Now they're going to pull the flag. It's down to Zed. Last man up. He's clutched several times, but this time it may be too much to ask as he pushes through mid-map. Methods, of course, still with that flag. He's running it desperately away. Zed fights one. Is he going to be able to fight Methods? Methods, he does get shut down. Zed trying to go for the return, but it's Crim. Crim gets shut down as well, and Scott falls as well. All 4 players fall. The flag has been pulled as well. Alex has it. The return is going to come through, and just like that, Optic Gaming get counter-capped. Unilad surely with the lead.
The artillery barrage is going to get committed here by Crim 6. Alex will wind up falling to that 2 fall for Optic Gaming in the meantime. So it's going to be Unilad trying to wait out this artillery barrage. You see where they're positioned on the map. They have to overextend all the way to the big gun side map and then wrap around through the Unilad base in order to get this return.
I love what Unilad did. They realized, all right, well, there's streaks. Hold on. Next player off spawn, grab the flag. Don't worry about it necessarily. We're just going to play for the kills. Now the flag has been picked up. Wuskin, is he going to be able to run it home? He is. And that's 3 streaks used by Crim. And so far, nothing really opens up. Unilad with good defensive hold. Now it's down to Meth. There's a double kill from him. Can he find the 3rd? Zed on count Fireworks side, Method straight it out. Wooskins with a big win, but Grim, he's trying to be the man of the hour. Can he do it? The big kill, running desperately, scrambling away. It's Zed in hot pursuit, though, that could put a stop to the Optic Gaming flag. But Grim reads it like a book. Grim keeping Optic Gaming in this one for now. Note how close to more streaks he actually is. He's running, he's going. I think Grim's gonna get it. 2 players in opposite. No! The kill comes through. It's Shorty, the return as well. Unbelievable. Sees him once again. Another counter cap coming in for Unilad.
Okay, take a deep breath, Benson. I got this. A couple of chaotic moments happening there for Optic Gaming, but 2 botched flag pulls at the end of the day. The cutoffs just weren't there as Zed cuts off the overextension. This is going to be Unilad. Back-to-back counter cap opportunities, and keep in mind, Krim invested every single one of his streaks that he had in order to get that first return. Doesn't play out, and now Unilad find themselves in a commanding position in this game.
Just like that, you're thinking Optic Gaming about to come storming back into this one, and Unilad stamped down their authority. The 3-0 lead, 2.5 minutes still to go. Shawnee working towards streaks as well. 11 and 15, just needs 50 more points. Is he going to try and push through? Of course, he has his teammates in support. They're almost kind of flipping the map, if you will. Optic Gaming forced to just flood over towards Unilad, and Krim could be in a world of bother here because Shawnee's behind him. The assist comes through. One more player is going to be Octane. Octane falls. Streaks for Unilad. It would be borderline impressive if they lost this match.
You can clearly see that Optic Gaming are feeling the pressure right now. They're not taking the time to rotate back and clear the corners because they don't have time to buy. And while all that's going on, Zed has another flag in his hands. Unilad, they're going to go up 4-0 here with 1:45 remaining. Shawnee's fully streaked out, and you got to give credit to Unilad. They haven't given up on any play, committing to try to go for those flag returns, and it pays off both times.
And it's unbelievable composure on the defensive side as well, which you have to give so much credit to this Unilad squad. They were under the pressure so much. Countercaps, the streaks, their decision when that artillery barrage, I want to go back and talk about it, it was phenomenal. They recognized, all right, one of our players is dead. The artillery barrage is blocking the flag cap. Everyone else push forward, get map control, try and get those kills. Next player spawn, grab the flag and cap it. Ultimately, a wonderful decision not to panic in that situation.
Perfectly played there in that situation by Unilad. Plus, they were able to recognize that Optic Gaming, they were spawning out towards that top left-hand side of the map, so they're essentially the furthest position away from getting that flag return. Unilad had a lot of time to play with, and they didn't panic. They stayed calm and composed, and now there's just not enough time for Optic Gaming here to get these 4 flag caps.
Yep, 60 seconds left, and essentially it's a victory lap, a lap of honor for Unilad here in the CTF, and they're just dangerously close to going 2-1 up. It's just a mere formality as the fighter pilot is called in. Optic Gaming nowhere to go, and you know, if you'd have told me at the start of this event Revan would be set here on Championship Sunday casting a losers bracket match, Unilad versus Optic Gaming, and Unilad a map away from sending Optic Gaming down, I don't think many people would have believed you.
Oh no, absolutely not. And look, these guys matched up in stage 2, right? Unilad on day 1 of their division. They matched up against both Rise Nation and Optic Gaming, lost both of their matches, but they won 5 straight. We could clearly see how this team was making improvements game in and game out, and we thought that next time we'd see them go up against these top-tier North American talents, they would fare better, and they're clearly showing it now.
And you simply have to applaud that level of improvement, right? Where we talked about it with the Australians, they clearly have got better. You've seen that at this event. Same thing with Unilad. To your point, that the teams that they lost to in the league was day 1. Since then, they went on this huge unbeaten streak. They come here to Anaheim, and it's just been a tremendous performance. Maybe they get a little unlucky against Rise Nation, but at the end of the day, coming in, that's the best team in the game. That's the team that they had to try and beat. They weren't able to best them, but now as they get that kind of rematch from the league against Optic Gaming here in the losers bracket, they find themselves 2-1 up. This is looking good for the European fans out there.
You know, it's now their series to lose. You saw Zed a moment ago getting hyped on the main stage, and for a good reason. That was such a chaotic CTF. I enjoyed watching that map. I mean, opportunities, you know, for both teams there. I mean, if Optic Gaming were able to get those cutoffs, you know, maybe that game plays off a little bit differently.
Who said CTF was boring?
Not me.
We've had some amazing CTFs here at Anaheim, that is for sure. Some high-scoring ones as well, it's worth mentioning. We started off Friday with just unbelievable scorelines, and then the incredible clutch plays that we've seen recently. But again, to recap now, Unilad 2-1 up here against Optic Gaming, and they've done it all. They really have. You think about map 1. They had moments where they could have controlled it. There was a few areas you really highlighted very well, Revan, which was getting those streaks and not able to capitalize on the kill streaks that they were going on. Ultimately, Optic Gaming clutch up. The search and destroy was a masterclass from Unilad. Fantastic decisions. We even saw Shawnee go for a ninja defuse, which is unprecedented against Optic Gaming with a massive crowd behind them. But he went for it. and he got it.
I wonder how you sit down with balls that big, man. But as we look ahead to the series, Valkyrie Hardpoint will be game number 4, and we were highlighting it up on the desk. When you force these close engagement maps against Optic Gaming, you take the ARs out of their hands, and it could put Unilad in a much more manageable position. But regardless, Optic Gaming now face elimination here at CWl Anaheim.
Yeah, one map away. One map away. And when you think of the year as a whole, it's crazy to think coming in, boots on the ground. Optic Gaming haven't won a major championship yet. And coming into Anaheim, I know their fan base was so stoked. You know, there's a new squad finally, they have the crowd that's going to be behind them. But now their backs truly are against the wall. How composed is this new squad of 4? Well, we're about to find out. As you said, Valkyrie Hardpoint is going to be that game 4. Unilad in a fantastic position to send the green wall home. Can they do it? And more importantly, keep the dream of the twin brother final alive. What a series that would be.
And I know we casted that first series, Unilad versus Rise Nation. Do you think now, back had Unilad actually won that map, we'd be casting Rise versus Optic Gaming in the losers bracket? But here we go. Game number 4, Unilad with a chance to send Optic Gaming home packing right now. Valkyrie Hardpoint records for both these teams right here. Unilad undefeated at 3-0. Optic Gaming just right behind them at 2-1.
But with that said, Unilad so far today have not won our hardpoint. This, of course, is going to be their 3rd, so not a lot of data. It's
close hardpoints, though.
0-5, and yes, to your point, very, very close hardpoint. So realistically, doesn't mean too much. But coming in here, of course, you've seen the map records. You can throw stats out the window for this one because something tells me it's going to be very, very close, as has been the rest of this series. The countdown about to approach game time. Optic Gaming, Unilad losers bracket matchup. Unilad currently with a 2-1 advantage. It's lose and go home time, and we're going to kick things off on board with Unilad, and none other than this man who's produced nothing but magic all series, Zed.
And so far throughout all the games that we've seen Unilad play, it's not like there's been, you know, one guy like carrying the load for the team. It's been a team effort, game in and game out for these guys, trusting one another. And it's a great start for Unilad here. Alex is able to find 2 inside the hard point already, 375 points as the ventilation room is up. Alex looking to hold on.
And it's worth mentioning the Let's Go Optic chant lasted as long as, what, 5 seconds there? Instantly, Unilad shutting down the crowd, and we cannot stress how important that truly is. As Zed tries to push through with Scump with a double. Shawnee finds the pick onto Crim6 early on, 16 to 10 points, 20 seconds left on Vents, and it is up to Gaming. Picking up that scrap time as you see the fight for rotation occur.
Now it's starting to come back to me. We watched these guys play this map in stage 2. You remember that final 3-piece that Scum gets to break into that operation
absolutely right.
bunker? So
yes.
These guys have already had some close moments on this map and game mode, so I'm sure this one's going to live up to the hype as well.
Well, speaking of Scump, it's a 5 streak for him, kicking things off 6-1. Just needs 60 more points. He's going to earn his first streak, potentially of many. There's the glide bomb. Recognizes Shawnee's there. Goes for the pre-fire. Shawnee, though, manages to best Scump this time. Also finds a pick there onto Crim6 as well.
Yeah, it's going to be Unilad, though, spawning out near the top right-hand side of the map. Octane's going to feel the pressure. He gets pinched on into the hard point, making Unilad finding 2. Crim here, trying to get some cutouts. Methods now find himself as the last one pushed forward here for Optic Gaming. With 40 seconds remaining on the operations bunker, they still want to commit here. That's a lot of time to give up to the side of Unilad, and this isn't really a hard point that you could use the glide bomb on, so Scump's going to save that in his back pocket.
Most definitely, but one challenge is going to come through. Zed finds the pick there onto Crim6. Alex actually with 2 players in front of him. First, Scump second comes through as well. That's the 3rd double kill Alex has been able to string together this game. 4 streak, 8-2 start for him. He's working towards some streaks as well. Unilad, a great start.
And Alex has had those moments, you know, throughout stage 2 where he just takes over. I mean, 40 bomb after 40 bomb when it comes down to hardpoint. He definitely has those explosive tendencies to him, and as I'm gassing him up a little bit, he falls to Octane. No streaks earned by him. Optic Gaming now looking to win this rotation, but Wuskin's lurking out front. Storage bunker hardpoint just popping up, and you can see the game plan here for Wuskin. He's just trying to stay alive, buying time for his teammates to push on up and help him out from the smokestack side of the map.
The problem is his teammates actually fall. That's a double kill that comes through, and Wuskin, yes, you're making the correct play, but now you have to spring into light. He's going to turn, finds Octane, Hill broken, completely collapsed upon. Shawnee managed to win the gunfight against Scump on the other side, so really a well-timed push and good execution of the shot call there from Unilad. More importantly, now with storage bunker, 30 seconds left. Unilad could reach triple digits here.
Yeah, good patience shown there by Wuskin, right? He waits until the moment where his teammates are in a position to pinch on him from that smokestack side, and when it comes time to actually push into the hardpoint, do something, he finds the entry kill. His teammate moves in to trade him on out, and now it's all Unilad inside the hardpoint. They're finding the kills, they're racking up time, and they're looking to build a lead moving into the offense.
And you think about how much adrenaline they must have and how much confidence after that big CTF win, the clutches they're able to make. They're definitely coming into game 4 with the hot hand, and with 4 seconds left, the score as we rotate over to the new hill, 94 to 52. Unilad have done a tremendous job thus far.
And you know, that's something that could actually work against the Unilad lineup. As the adrenaline starts to kick in and they start to look ahead and come close to closing this game out. You have to keep in mind, the game is not over until you hit that 250-point mark. Don't ever look ahead into thinking, oh, you know, we got this, we're cruising this game. We've seen so many times throughout World War II, no matter what the lead is, teams are always able to come back.
You're absolutely right, Revan. Alex again springs to life with another double kill. 12 and 6 is his stat line, really putting Unilad on his back for now after the first rotation of Hills, or as we conclude the first rotation of Hills. Again, another pick for him, 407. He's just simply not missing. Goes for the triple kill. Methods could be in a whole world of pain. Alex goes for the challenge, but Methods, with a very, very big win, denies Unilad streaks again.
Goes back to what we've been saying all series long. Moments of opportunity like that for Unilad is exactly where they need to capitalize. No reason for Alex to re-challenge when you're that close to streaks, especially since the next hard point coming up is going to be over near smokestacks, where streaks have the biggest impact on a map like Valkyrie.
And bear in mind, Scump has been set on that glide bomb since the very beginning of the game. Hasn't really had a good opportunity to use it, and it very well may be on that smokestacks hard point. As we rotate over to it, Unilad still with the advantage. 139 to 64. The first kill to try and break the hill comes for Alex as he shuts down Scump. Optic, though, with the early time, looking to try and come back into this game.
Yeah, Alex buying a lot of room for his team here at 16 and 8. He's just winning every single engagement. Crim now the last one pushed forward as once again Unilad break on in, and here comes the glide from Scump, forcing Unilad to move away from the hard point. Does connect there onto Zed through the doorway, so that's going to open up some room, open up a lane for Optic Gaming to push on through. But as it stands, they're currently down by roughly 70 points.
Oh, taking a little unfortunate. I think he cleaned up the kill, and another double kill comes in for Alex. Make that a triple as he cleans up
already.
Crim. One more, you're going to get all four. Not going to happen. Scump with a double Z instantly there to trade it out, and that's the one thing that's worked so unbelievably well for this Unilad squad. Consistent trades. It's been wonderful to watch. They are not giving Optic Gaming any time to breathe, and because of that, the current score, 165 to 75. Unilad have almost pulled themselves a 100-point lead here in Game 4.
And it's time for a fresh set of rotations, and we've been talking about this Unilad lineup a lot. Let's move over towards Optic Gaming. Scump 19 and 4, positive 5, but nobody else helping out with the slang. Everybody else going negative. Octane the closest one at -1, but somebody has to step up and help out Scump. It's do or die time.
And it's worth mentioning he has 40 seconds of hill time there as well, so in terms of where the kills are coming through, you have to assume they're in the hill as well with Optic Gaming. As we rotate, as you said, to the second rotation of hills, about to reach that 100-point mark. The challenge comes through. It's Methods in the hill, not able to find much as Alex, again, another double kill. We're going to keep talking about it because it keeps happening, to be frank. As Crim looks to try and wait to buy time for his health to regen before maybe go for one final push here in events.
I mean, it's weird because I just called out, you know, 3 members from Optic Gaming for being negative, but you look at the side of Unilad, aside from Alex, everyone else is negative as well, and he's been double positive from start to finish, but despite that, it's still an 80-point lead for Unilad as Optic Gaming are able to break on in and get the scrap time.
And this simply must be the turning point in the game for Optic Gaming. Crim currently on a 3 streak, 450 to 700, but he isn't going to earn the streaks, which could help towards the end of this rotation. Optic Gaming do have early time on Operations Bunker. Current score, 184-115. Unilad have been fantastic at breaking through. Will they be able to do it again? Doesn't look like it for now. 3 players full. Optic Gaming, they need this time to bring themselves back into the game.
It's a combined 6-3 before Crim drops there between the members of Optic Gaming. They're starting to find their rhythm in this game, now down by just 50 points. And it's important to note that no lead is safe on a map like Valkyrie. You have the potential on just about each and every hardpoint to lock it down for the full time if you're able to execute on your setup and find those kills in transition.
And Optic Gaming starting to turn up. Methods on a 4 streak, roaming around the hill. Octane starting to just beam left and right. An Operations Bunker may well have just turned into a full 60 for the green wall. 184-145. But again, as Optic Gaming get close to streaks, they need to find them if they want to just put this game to bed. Shawnee versus Methods. Methods reads it wrong. The gunfight prolonged. Methods have the bar in the back pocket. Challenges. No more streaks for Methods. No streaks whatsoever.
And now it's crunch time here for Optic Gaming. Benson, I'm going to jump right into the team communication with Optic. Let's do an Astro Gaming listening with them.
We're flooding.
Okay. Win the first gunfight. Win the first gunfight.
I needed your back door.
Left, one more left, 5 pillar, 5 2. Nice, let's go, let's go, boys, just fall back. We're winning this fucking game. We're winning this fucking game, let's go. I'm pitching dirt. Window. Hold. Nerd. I'm back door.
Yo, he's window weak, Alex.
I'm playing my life, help me.
We are window, guys.
I'm watching on my left, I'm watching left.
Yo, I'm trying to rotate.
Might be rotating.
Right. One shot dead.
I'm watching left. Give me one left. Half health. I'm pitching it. Yo, I saw front. Yo, they're spawning pit.
I'm in.
All dead. They're spawning pit.
Could be in office.
What's going on? Short down. Alright, let's go, boys. We're fucking winning this game right now. Let's go.
One shot over there.
I needed it.
Yo, Ian, one could be here. One could be here. One try.
One to be in the back.
More wood. I got this guy. Leave him. He's dead. Let's go. Watch front.
Steph, go out. Just go out.
Yo, I'm about to pitch short. I'm pitching short.
Stand in the back. Stand in the back.
Back.
I'm coming from behind him. I'm behind him. No, I put
Oh, I got you.
two
Fuck. I'll get.
Team kill. Respawn fire, guys.
Yeah.
Yo, there's one
We
more
have a pinch. We have a pinch.
Yo, two kills. No, what's that? Two kills. Come behind Styles.
I got two. Right side Hell Week.
We should chow this.
We gotta go quick.
Optic Gaming with a huge resurgence here. They take the lead for what feels like the first time in the game. They break into office, but here comes Unilad. This game by no means over, but it's Octane. A double kill looking for 3. Not gonna happen. Scump's gonna drop as well. Unilad break into office, and that final 17 seconds could be massive, Revan.
And Unilad just retook the lead in this game. Granted, it's just a fragile margin. We're about to move over towards smokestacks, which what could be the final hard point that we see on this map. You could feel the intensity in the Optic Gaming communication right there, but Unilad now just 30 points away from closing out this map and sending Optic Gaming home.
And this is where what you said earlier in the game is so important. Stay cool, calm, and composed. Break the hill. That's all you have to do. You have plenty of time. You've been doing it all game. Can you do it again? Wuskin there for the trade. Optic Gaming still picking up the time. 2:24 to 2:20 in favor of Unilad. And Optic Gaming about to take the lead, but in flies Shawnee. Finds the first. Can he find anyone else? Optic Gaming flying towards the hill. Are they going to be able to get there? The nades raining from above. Zed trying to trade it out effectively, but Methods is there. Optic Gaming about to lead again, but no! Zed, the triple kill comes through. Alex looking for the fourth. Grim keeping Optic Gaming alive for now, but needs to get his health back.
The game's so close, so heavily contested between both these teams. Important to note, Optic Gaming, they still have just enough time if the tick goes in their favor to close out this game. Unilad have to break, have to contest for at least one more second.
Time is of the essence. 15 seconds left on smokestacks. Alex is going to fall. Zed is going to fall. Optic Gaming, can they do it? The ticking may actually come through. There's one player left in Shawnee. Can he contest just in the nick of time? I think he may be able to do so. Grim's collapse in on. Grim is going to ultimately fall. But of course, it's a rotation. Methods is there. It comes down to Zed. The 1v1 for the game. Methods with a double kill. Can you believe it? Emphatic fashion. Optic Gaming clutch up. Revan, we are going to a game 5.
You can feel the energy from the crowd playing off the players, and what seems like a similar situation to when these guys first matched up in Stage 2 on that Valkyrie hardpoint came down to the final ventilation one, and just like we were saying, Benson, no lead is safe on Valkyrie. At one point in time, Optic Gaming found themselves down by around 90 points, and they come roaring right back into the game.
Incredible composure. When the green wall needed the fans responded in tune. We called it a 70-point deficit. It had to be the turning point. Krim turned up, Scump turned up, Methods, okay, all of them did a phenomenal comeback. But again, the job is not done. Similar to what Revan said before, it's all good and well winning that map. It heads to a game 5. You simply must close it out. Your MLG Anaheim life is on the line. When we return, it's a good old-fashioned Game 5. Revan, it simply couldn't be a major if me and you didn't have a Game 5, and what a Game 5 we have. Unilad, Optic Gaming, a losers bracket matchup. It's going the distance. We're heading to a Saint Marie du Mont. What a series so far.
I love it when you get your French accent with me, and it all comes down to this. It's a long road for both these teams, but we find ourselves here. One final map. Loser goes home.
Which definitely is. Here's a look at the series so far. Optic Gaming taking the hard points, 250 to 203. Of course, the first one before the resurgence from Unilad. They take the first search and destroy. They take the CTF. Can they now close things out here in Game 5? Pressure is on. Optic Gaming going to be on the attack, round number 1, and you can see the intent straight away. And me and you, we love this type of play. Keep the defensive side honest, hit the A side straight.
Absolutely beautiful smoke grenade as well to block off that line of sight from the player holding top red. That's going to allow Scump to now push on forward, and there's first blood, especially onto Wuskin. That's the key kill for Optic Gaming to get. You saw the stat line on your screen. It was a 1.37 KD for Wuskin in Game 5s across World War II lands.
Oh, as it stands, 3v4. Can Unilad go for the retake? Of course, they have good angles. The problem is they need to find the picks. Shawnee first to the party. Crim6 to the left-hand side. Crim plays wide. Shawnee does find the pick. Elsewhere, Octane's going to fall as well. All of a sudden, tables have turned. It's a 3v2 in favor of Unilad.
I thought Alex was going to wrap through the arch side of the map, but he's going to re-challenge through mid, trying to get this angle onto Scump, just checking his left, checking his right. Both shut down Scump, but immediately traded out with 15 seconds remaining. It's a 1v1. Zed, what are you looking for? Methods is behind the tower. You just saw him. 10 seconds remaining. Methods can't get the kill. It's their time.
No.
I think he's got it.
I think he has it.
I think he's got it.
Does he have it? 4 seconds. Zed, he misplayed the 1v1 massively. The time about to take. He gets the defuse. Unilad draw first blood here in the search and destroy.
Considering how Zed played that, he is so fortunate to get the defuse because he pushes up from the sandbag side of the map and he checks where Scump literally just died. His teammate picks up that kill and he knows that Methods is behind the tower.
That's just sheer adrenaline, thinking you're still in a 1v2 when in reality you're in a 1v1 and you just got line of sight on the final player. Here, instant replay, and just look at that tick. So close, a 0.1. Oh my God. 0.5 of a second. Now to round 2. Wuskin draws first blood onto Crim6. It's Unilad, of course, on the attacking side. Method able to trade that out, though. 3v3.
And immediately trying to get this objective down over towards the B site. They're able to do so. Optic Gaming, now it's their turn to see if they can retake the bomb site. Scump, I think he actually gets team stunned right there. They know that Methods is, of course, over near top red. Nade falls out. Does pick up some damage. Double nade comes in from Scump. Does clean up the kill into Alex. And now man advantage swings in favor of Optic Gaming. This is their chance. Scump finds 2. It's a 2v1. Shotty now in a 1v1. He challenges Optic and he wins it!
A huge 1v2 clutch. An almost picture-perfect retake of the site. I can't believe it. A huge, huge win for Unilad, and that again is another one of those rounds we talk about, Revan, taking the momentum, taking the wind away from the Optic Gaming sails.
And that small reposition from Shawnee right there before he challenges Octane is the difference maker there. It's probably something that he's not even actually consciously thinking of. Right. After he picks up that kill towards top red, he actually moves like 3 steps forward to block off that line of sight where Octane's trying to come in and retake the bomb site from. Re-challenges, wins the engagement. 2 crucial round wins for Unilad. That's how you set the tone here in a game 5.
It most definitely is. Shawnee, the 4-in-1 start. Unilad with the advantage. The 2-0 lead over the green wall. Of course, Optic now on the attacking side. Can they turn things around? The first few rounds definitely not going their way. Methods. Oh, a little bit of an overcommitment there. Wuskins will make him pay. First blood over to Unilad.
Why is he challenging without any teammate support? Nobody there to try to work on the trade, but there's Scump. He's able to finally get that kill onto Wuskin. Alex, in the meantime, posted top ready. He might get shot in the side. I thought he was lingering around a little too long there.
Trying to drop down and execute one of the Optic Gaming players, but it simply isn't going to work. Shawnee though, spot Scump, and Scump just jumps the bullets like he's skipping. Alex, 1v3 to completely silent the Optic Gaming crowd. Can you do it? Bomb planted the opposite side of the map.
Scump 6-2 right now on a 2 spree. His presence is definitely felt on this map right now. Optic Gaming just play this one safe. You walk away with a round victory. 30 seconds remaining here for Alex to try to make something happen.
And to that point, Scump being, the player on the 2 streak, you want to try and keep him in a safe position. It's exactly what they've done. Alex forced to check as many corners as he can. No. You see the class scoped, armored, very, very loud. Finds the first, his criminal lineup. Oh no! This could be terrible for Optic Gaming. You simply cannot feed the clutch to Alex. It's a 1-on-1, 12 seconds. Scump, all he needs to do is check in. That's a beautiful play from Scump. Checks, buys the time, clutches up, does not give away a 1v3, but boy, oh boy, did things get a little scary.
We both thought that was going to happen, not going to lie. They both line up perfectly to find those 2 kills to enter the site, but Scump, as soon as he gets the information, he peeks a little bit to the right, doesn't overcommit, doesn't overpeak, spots that he's not going for the defuse, plays it safe in the end, and even finds the kill.
Veteran play. Veteran play from Scump. Doesn't want to challenge straight away just in case, because you never know. And you do not want Unilad going 3-0 up here on St. Marie-du-Mont as it stands. Unilad still with the advantage, however, and on the attacking side. Keep your eyes out on Scump. Of course, we're kicking things off on board within the 3 streak for now. 7-2. Talk about trying to carry your team through to victory, but Alex finds himself a double kill to kick things off, and instantly that B site opens wide open.
Keep in mind, this is an elimination map right here. Loser goes home, your tournament life is over. It's Alex. 2 crucial kills in this round to open things up for his team, looking for the 3rd here onto Scump, trying to shut him down off of streaks. It's Scump and Octane, last guys alive here for Optic Gaming. Unilad now in commanding position of this round.
And I think Scump's actually going to challenge. He does, he falls. Wuskin watching the flank, just going to call out, hey guys, by the way, Octane's behind you. Don't even worry about it. A great setup from Unilad, and they keep themselves at that 2-round cushion.
And of course, just like what we saw in the USS Texas, the grenade coordination from Unilad is what's setting them apart from these other teams. You're able to open up that B bomb site with 2 grenades well placed towards that radio tower, and then Alex just outshoots the 2nd Optic Gaming member inside that bomb site. And just like you were saying, that constant 2-round cushion here for Unilad, now it's Optic Gaming with a chance to respond.
Optic Gaming, of course, on the attack. Where will we see them play? We've seen A, we've seen mid-map. Will we see just maybe an all-out B push? That may be the game plan. No nades thrown as of yet. There they fly. B side is wide open. Optic Gaming should be good to get control of it. Prim may actually instantly try and get that bomb down.
But utility still available here for Unilad. Stun's not being thrown out. Trying to find some information. Is somebody playing close? The bomb goes down, but all 4 members for Optic Gaming, they're all bunched up inside the bomb site. That's going to open up a big flank opportunity here for Wuskin. And you see Unilad trying to coordinate this pinch on in as they try to retake the site.
The problem is Wuskin is so worried about maybe someone being in ammo. He's going such a long way. 30 seconds left. You really don't have the time. You need to get this information. You're waiting
and they're all waiting on him.
long. You can't wait that long. The information now is going to come, so surely Unilad have to converge into the site. Kills traded off instantly. 3 versus 3. 18 seconds left. Methods shuts down Wuskin. Octane with another pick onto Shorty. It basically leaves 1 Unilad player left. And Unilad ultimately lose the round. Optic Gaming take it. Still, however, down 3 rounds to 2.
Yeah, once Optic Gaming get that objective planted over towards the B side, it's a straightforward round. They have all their crossfires, all the angles set up, and it really came down to how long it took Wuskin to make something happen on the flank. And by the time he actually pushes through ammo and looks inside the B site, Methods just shuts him down immediately, so nothing gained from the flank, and it slows down the rest of his teammates. You could clearly see that Unilad, they were waiting for Wuskin to make something happen, draw some presence away, try to find an opening kill so that everybody could pinch on in. Doesn't work out, and now Optic Gaming bring it to within 1.
Alex, 8-4, Scump, 8-4. Both players having a tremendously good Game 5 so far. Unilad back on the attack. This time they head over towards that A site. Optic Gaming may actually decide to wrap across. A smoke grenade to cover the cross should be all the information Optic Gaming really need. As of yet, though, no dedication to try and put the bomb down. Scump just lingering as the first blood comes through. Krim with an A, can't Scump find that second? Not gonna happen, it's Zed to trade it out and make it a 3v3.
1-for-1 trade, but here comes Krim looking for the trade. It's gonna be Alex to shut him down. In the meantime, Methods locking down over near top right. You see his teammate Octane over towards that white Jeep. It's a man advantage here for Unilad. The bomb has been dropped over towards the radio tower side of the map, so you have to regain that objective under your control as Wuskin takes fire. No, that's not a fight you want to re-challenge. Just back on out of safety, stay alive, maintain this man advantage, and keep an eye on the time remaining in the round.
And it's interesting to note that actually drew Methods over to try and assist in that gunfight. Momentarily a gap there over towards A, 28 seconds left. Alex jiggle peeks, he gets the information, Methods up top, and I don't think they have any other utility. We saw the smoke grenades used, and you have to just jump across. Ultimately, you're either going to bait and switch. Wuskin actually goes for the fight, and Wuskin gets beamed. Methods looking for the double, he's going to find the double! Beautiful accuracy from that young man, 13 seconds left. Octane and Methods both over on that side of the map, and the wallbang comes through! Well played, Methods.
That's exactly why people throw smoke grenade to block off this angle, block off this line of sight. Methods, 3 kills back to back to shut down the plan from Unilad. And Unilad, they coordinated it well, right? They're double peek to try to challenge over near the top red window, but it's a good readjustment for Methods as he snaps onto Wuskin behind that yellow barrel.
And it's worth mentioning that entire collapse came from the well-coordinated nades from Optic Gaming to ensure the bomb was not planted. From then, you have 2 fantastic ARs watching your crosses, watching your angles. Made made it very, very difficult. And more importantly, no more cushion, Unilad. We're all tied up. 3 rounds apiece. And it's Optic Gaming back on the attack.
Also, Methods with the bomb in hand on a force where he's working towards some streaks. Optic Gaming venturing out over towards that B bomb site. Needs being tossed out. Utility wasted by both teams. It's now that rotation always open, and they're going to commit to it, going right back over towards that A bomb site. And they still have so much time to work with.
Most definitely do. 60 seconds left on the clock. Alex watching the cross, of course. We just saw how lethal this angle can be from Method's perspective. Alex, now it's your turn, my friend. Method's maybe the first to actually check. Octane jiggling. Doesn't get the information. Methods dives across, so the information gained. Is he going to go for it? Doesn't connect with the hit markers. Methods is planting the bomb. Bear that in mind, and this is good for Optic Gaming. Bomb goes down. He reads Krim. Did he see him? I don't think he did.
Through the x-ray, it looked like he spotted his shoulder. The bomb gets planted, and Optic Gaming now just backing on out. Now, the one thing is that they are pinned back towards like that top side of the map, so it might be a little tough to get an angle onto that bomb. We'll see if Unilad are able to make this work in their advantage.
Unilad have to be quick. 25 seconds. It's still a 3v3, but you have to defuse the bomb. You simply must push.
This is what I was just pointing out. As Octane falls, they lose that line of sight. Zed finds the kill into Crim 6. Now it's all down to Scum. He's forced to commit to this bomb site to see if anybody's going for the defuse, and it's a beautiful retake for Unilad.
This is truly a back and forth series if you've ever seen one in your life. Every single map has had its just heart-stopping moments. These the moments as a Call of Duty fan you absolutely live for. A fantastic one for the neutrals, of course.
Not just as a fan, as a competitor. These right here are the moments that you live for. You dream of this moment. You know, Game 5, going up against one of the biggest organizations that we have in Call of Duty. Unilad members, this is their moment in their career.
And again, it's Alex. We've praised him all series long. We really have. 10 and 5, double digits as we approach round 8. And of course, Unilad on the attack. You can see the bombardment of nades over towards the B side. Alex looking to find the jiggle. Of course, he was the player that got that opening double kill over when the Unilad decided to push B last time. Of course, they have to be maybe a little afraid of the ARs of Optic Gaming, watching the angles, and Octane does tremendously well to get out with his life.
I thought maybe Unilad were going to commit to the rotation, same thing that Optic Gaming just did in their offensive round, but both teams playing a little bit timidly on the map, and for good reason. Finally, First Blood comes in, making 2 quick kills for Optic Gaming. Alex is there for the trade. Now Scum hot on his trail as he makes his way down through red, trying to find that window of opportunity. Meanwhile, it's down to Alex and Zed, bomb in their hands, but they're going to run right into Methods, who's posted right behind this bomb site. That's not a gunfight you're going to win. All down to Zed, a 1v3. Methods posted up. You're not going to kill him out of this position, and he's dead.
The instant challenge comes through. Methods in that power position simply isn't going to give it up. And once again, Optic Gaming tie it up here in the Game 5 search and destroy.
We already know this is going around.
Stop it.
We already know.
Stop it.
Back and forth all game, really all series long. Both these teams are going toe-to-toe with one another here. And just a reminder, elimination map. Loser, your tournament life here at CWl Anaheim is over. It's going to be Optic Gaming, though, back on the offensive side of things here. Well, let's see which bomb site they decide to attack.
Love to see them just potentially hit that B site as quickly as possible. We've seen Unilad do it a couple of times. It looks like this could be a very, very quick round. The nades, the stuns, everything being used early. Shawnee draws first blood. Krim drops. The challenge comes through from Zed. He connects with the second. Scum's going to fall, and this is a beautiful defensive round from Unilad. Optic Gaming fall like dominoes.
I don't think Optic Gaming got a single kill in that round, and it was a great play call from Unilad. They decided to be aggressive up through the red side just to help the defense, the players that are coming from their side of the map, and Alex with this extra line of sight winds up being the difference maker in that round, and Unilad now with a chance right here in this upcoming round to send Optic Gaming home.
This is it. Match point, Unilad. Can you close it out, or will we have the round 11 that you spoke of?
You already know what's going there.
Of course, Unilad on the attack. What is their game plan? Are we going to see them just try and do what Optic Gaming failed to execute in the previous round? A very aggressive, fast B push. As of now, the nades you can hear in the background. First blood from Alex. That may well open up the B bomb site. Methods in a world of pain, but players lining up. Methods at least able to trade. Scump, of course, up top. Pulls away. 3v3 for now. Methods speaks. Methods with another pick. Phenomenal stuff from him. Once again, backs away. Does not want to give away his life.
Yeah, take a look at Octane as well. He's coming along the flank, and it's such a smart play for Methods. As he finds those 2 kills, he doesn't want to linger in that position any longer. Backs on out, plays his life. His team now have the man advantage, looking to force the round 11 as the bomb gets planted over towards the B site.
The 3v2 retake for Optic Gaming. Octane's going to get the easiest one now. Shawnee, 1v3. Can you produce the magic for Unilad? No, you can't. Scum jumps in, and ladies and gentlemen, it's the Game 5, round 11 for your Anaheim life. Optic Gaming versus Unilad.
Ben, I'll be honest, I knew we were going to find ourselves in this position once I found out we were casting this match, just the way things always play out. And wow,
magical.
here we go, one final round. One of these teams is about to have a very heartbreaking end to their tournament.
And there's no streaks at play. This is a straight up round of search and destroy. Optic Gaming on the attack to stay alive here at Anaheim. Unilad's defense has been impeccable so far. Can they keep it up? Optic, they're going to go to what worked pretty well in the early rounds, and Wuskin's going to be first to see. A couple of Optic Gaming players gets the information, gets the intel.
Don't get isolated here, Wuskin. You see them starting to set up the nades. They're flying to your direction. Are you going to be able to survive them? You connect with a grenade of your own, but the smoke is down. He has no help on the cross. He's going to get challenged here by Scum. The king here at 11-7 gets first blood in the final round of this match.
However, here come more nades from Unilad. Krim, is he going to be able to plant the bomb? He may well be, and it's a 3v4 retake for Unilad. It's going from good to well. How can they retake this? Shawnee peeking so slowly, 35 seconds, the time Unilad have to retake the site. Scump going to be the first player to the left-hand side. Shawnee spots him. Shawnee wins it. 3v3 for now. Grim, he's still open. Alex gets the opening. It's a 3v2. Optic Gaming, just Octane and Methods alive. 20 seconds. Methods wins the gun by 2v2. However, the kill comes through for Shawnee. All Shawnee has to do is cover Zed. Zed beats.
Oh!
Methods is weak.
He does not angle.
He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. Zed is being gone through. Unilad. They've done it. They've done it in round 11 fashion. Shawnee set himself up perfectly to cover the defuse, and Unilad eliminate Optic Gaming from MLG Anaheim 2018. An unbelievable performance from Alex, 14-8, Shawnee 11-7, and once again, we must praise Unilad for the sheer composure to decide to go straight for that defuse, to trust your teammate in that situation. I applaud you, Unilad.
Against all odds, they're able to get it done. Optic Gaming, in each and every one of their offensive rounds, they were able to get that bomb planted, but the retakes were impeccable all game long for Unilad. It starts off with Shawnee. Even though they get first bladed by Scump, he's able to find forward positions. Shawnee gets the trade kill at the end, and it kickstarts everything. And we saw a round very similar to that earlier in the game, where Optic Gaming were kind of pinned towards the top half side of that A-bomb site, and they didn't have that angle until that bomb diffuser comes back to bite them here again.
Definitely does. Unilad showing nothing but composure. Game 5, round 11. Wonderful, wonderful stuff here at Anaheim. And the best part is, there's still so much Championship Sunday still to come. Of course, we have our winners final, our losers final, and our grand final still to come this evening. And I'm excited now because the potential for Unilad to keep on going, to progress through. Will they maybe have that Scraps versus Wuskin fight later on here at Anaheim?